Alright, I just replaced the brake caliper mounting bracket, the brake caliper, and the rotor on the left side or driver's side if you're in the US. I like to do calipers in pairs, and I like to do rotors in pairs. Right now I can't afford to do the calipers in pairs, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace the rotor. The way it has fresh rotors on it. Plus the driver's side rotor has a lot of heat damage. It's been that thing has been overheated many times when the caliper was sticking. I could have fixed the caliper, but I got sick and tired of dealing with it. Let's put that there. All right, let's get the jack stand under there. There we got some more. All right, there we go. All right, to get the rotor off, you got to remove the caliper and caliper bracket. However, I think I can ease the pressure on the caliper and just remove everything together. So this is my old broken flathead that I used to pry apart. This is a nice strong screwdriver. The shank or the shaft goes all the way up into the handle. The same size socket that you use to remove your lug nuts on the Armadas and the Titans is the same size for the caliper mounting bracket bolts. The button wasn't pushed all the way in. If your impact doesn't seem like it has a lot of strength, make sure it's turned all the way up, and make sure the button for forward or reverse is pushed all the way in. Hear the difference? Rotors and drums, they come with a protective oil on them to protect them from rust while they're in storage. Brake cleaner, clean it right off. Nice, down to bare metal. All right, get this on. Get the bolts prepped. I might go ahead and replace this caliper eventually. And of course, again, the calipers come with a brand new caliper mounting bracket. Ah, yes. top one is in. All right, the bottom one is in. And you see you can replace the rotor without having to unbolt the caliper from the caliper mounting bracket. Just spread the pistons, push them in by spreading the pads or spreading the assembly. Once it's loose enough that you can spin this freely, loosen the caliper mounting bracket bolts, remove them, and the whole thing just slides off. Saves you a few minutes. Tight. All right. These, the caliper mounting bracket bolts, you torque them to 155 foot-pounds. All right, once you finish torquing the caliper mounting bracket bolts to 155 foot-pounds, you can put your wheel on. If you removed the caliper from the caliper mounting bracket, the bolts, you torque them to 32 foot-pounds, the small bolts. That's if you had removed them. I know it probably seemed like I replaced that rotor really fast. It's just because I'm so used to working on this vehicle, and my ASC specialty, yes, I took and passed the ASC test years ago as I was getting out the military. Basically the Army paid for it, so I was like, hey, what the heck. I went ahead and took it, passed it. I just never did anything with it. The only reason I took it is because some people, they like to see pieces of paper. So if you tell them you're a mechanic, you've been working on vehicles for years, they don't care. But you could be a mechanic fresh out of mechanic school with a piece of paper, and they'll trust that person more than you who've been working on vehicles basically all your life. So that's the only reason that was back in 2004. Yeah, but that's the only reason I took the ASE exam. And my specialty, according to the exam, is suspensions, steering and brakes. No, steering and suspension, brakes, and something else. I forgot what that was. It's on the certificate I have in the house. I never run lug nuts in at full strength. The torque for the lug nuts on the Armadas and the Titans are 98 foot-pounds. I need to get a heavy-duty click style torque wrench. I got two click styles. One is in inch pounds, and the other one is in foot-pounds, but it only goes up to like 80-some foot-pounds. This is the dial type. It goes up to just over 140, but I don't like this because the little needle drags on this, so I'm not sure if that's really accurate. But in any event, it'll get me close. 98 foot-pounds. That's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. That's five. That's six. And that last one, I felt it in my back. Oh man. I felt that one. See, that's what happens. When my back feels good, I start to do things I shouldn't be doing, and I end up hurting my back again. Protect your back. All right, let's knock out this side. That's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. That's five. And that's six. Oh, my back is killing me. All right, but that's it. Two brand new front rotors, one brand new front caliper, a brand new front caliper mounting bracket, bled the one caliper that I replaced, put the wheels back on, torque the lug nuts. That's it, I'm done.